I'm here with
John Ribbins from Roll 7.
and we're talking about OlliOlli.
Yeah.
So what is OlliOlli?
OlliOlli is kind of a super hard 2D skateboarding game.
Yeah, it is super hard. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, well, I skateboarded for a long time, and I wanted to make something that was kind of a little bit like skateboarding in real life, where you spend most of your time falling over and hopefully feel quite satisfied on the occasions that you do actually manage to land a trick.
Not like Tony Hawk, where you're doing, 720s, 1080s in the air all the time.
I wanted it to be the opposite of Tony Hawk, if that makes sense.
Something more realistic.
A little bit. Well, like Tony Hawk, the emphasis is on like massive tricks and doing loads of stuff in the air.
Yeah.
Whereas I think OlliOlli is more about working out the best single trick you can do in any situation, and then there's the whole thing with hitting X to actually like land your trick when you hit the floor.
So, I had a lot of trouble doing tricks. It is a tricky system to do. Could you describe it?
So you're basically like rotating the stick. If you ever played Skate, EA's Skate, the other kind of competitor to Tony Hawk, it works a lot like that. So you're like rotating the stick in different directions to do different tricks. It's quite funny, like when we actually did user testing, one guy came and played it and he was like, he finally got it and was like, oh, so what you're really asking people to do is unlearn 10 years of Tony Hawk. And it was like, yeah, kinda, that's sort of what you gotta do.
Yeah. But in addition to that, it's a 2D game, so you're just going from left to right almost automatically. And what I found fun, like what added to it, is that you flick the stick up to jump, but then you have to press A as you're landing to actually land it, otherwise you just sloppy landing.
Yeah.
And that adds a real nice element to it because you always have to concentrate on your landing. Landing is not automatic, and I imagine that's what it's like to actually skateboard. You can't just land, you have to know how to land.
You gotta get your feet on it, yeah. But I think so it's like that added layer of complication in that you've got one more thing to do, which is like pressing the button to land. But like you said, because it's 2D, it's kind of removed the complication of actually having to like line yourself up with the obstacle in the first place.
Yeah.
Because they all just come at you anyway. So it's like, you haven't got to think about that, but you've got to think about this extra thing on your other finger.
So one of the best things about the demo I just played is that it's so easy to restart a level.
Yeah. I had a massive argument with our senior programmer about this.
If you were arguing for this, you were right.
No, I just wanted more graphics and more fun stuff and more things going on. And he was like, no, you've reached the amount of memory you're allowed, but it does restart straight away. And I was always like, people won't care. They'll have a little load time, but he was right. He totally won.
And that's what I kept playing. Before we were doing the interview, Edie here just kept bugging me, Nick, stop playing. And I wanted to keep trying. I just wanted to, one more time. And it really hits that one more game mentality really well.
Good.
And so I was just playing the same level over and over again, but there's a lot of different levels. How many are there?
Okay, oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've had to think about it. There's 50 levels in the career mode, which is 25 amateur levels, which are quite hard, and then 25 pro levels, which are definitely hard. And then if you beat all of those and all 250 challenges across all those levels, you unlock rad mode, where you then play all of those levels again, but you have to land every grind and every landing 100% perfect or you slam.
Okay.
There's also 25 spots on top of that and daily grind, which is a different level each day, and everyone in the world gets the same level. You can practice that level as many times as you want, but you only get one shot to set your score on it, and if you mess it up, that's it.
Ah, nice element of risk.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know that OlliOlli came out on the Vita already.
Indeed.
But now where's it coming?
Now it's coming to Steam with Devolver, and it's also coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3.
All right.
PC, Mac, and Linux on Steam.
Do you have a date?
I do, but I can't remember it.
Is it this year?
Oh, it's this year. It's like summer this year.
Okay, so it's next few months?
Yeah.
All
soon.
right. Soon. I like that.
Soon.
That's
Not
good.
now, but soon.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have a quick question. This is kind of philosophical. I noticed that a lot of these smaller independent games are, they've been out on Steam, but now they're coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3. Why PlayStation, or am I just noticing? Is PlayStation really coming out and hunting you guys down for content? Or is it that they're very easy to approach as opposed to Xbox? I mean, I'm not trying to bag on either one of them, but I am noticing a trend that we're seeing a lot more of small games coming to PlayStation than they are coming to Xbox.
So, from our point of view, like we came out on Vita first, which was really down to a chance meeting at a conference in the UK, where we were then introduced to Shahid at Sony, who was doing strategic content. And that was like a big drive by Sony to engage with indies and get indies on Vita. So I guess initially, from our point of view, like we feel quite loyal to Sony because they're like OlliOlli was the biggest title we've done as a studio. It was the first big thing that we did, and they've obviously totally supported us through that process and made it really easy for us to get onto the platform. So yeah, from our point of view, they've been a platform and a publisher that's given us dev kits, given us test kits, given us the support at the back end, like technical support and everything else for actually building the game for their platforms. So yeah, I guess they've made it easy for us to get on there.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was a particular reason why that's happening. In your case, it was just luck, and you were in the right place at the right time.
I mean, yeah, from our point of view, they were super approachable. It was like, yeah, come in, have a cup of coffee, show us the game. We like it, let's get involved. And from there, they've been super open to seeing the next idea and the next thing we want to do and kind of going like, where are you trying to take the studio? How do you want to grow? So it's been really nice to be supported by them. And I'm not just saying that because you're poking things at me and filming me either.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.